Rural Uganda. Just huts, wilderness, and lakes, right? Well, no. My name is Samuel Salas, and I spent 1 month living in rural Uganda. And there is a lot to this country they don't show you, including dancing, singing, and deep culture.
When the rains don't come, the gardens dry up.
During my time here, I spent 1 month living in the small village of Kanjobi in the far south of Uganda. Here, I visited many schools to understand what it's like to grow up in these rural areas.
Say hi.
I also had deep conversations with the locals to explore their culture and the current issues they face as a village. Uganda is a landlocked country, bordering Kenya to its east, Rwanda and Tanzania to its south, the Democratic Republic of Congo to its west, and South Sudan to its north. Despite being landlocked, it is home to Lake Victoria, Africa's largest lake and the source of the legendary Nile River. Uganda is famous for its incredible biodiversity, including having a high population of mountain gorillas and giraffes. Uganda's economy is largely driven by agriculture, with coffee as its leading export. But it is also growing in sectors like tourism, manufacturing, and oil production. My first stop was to visit some of the schools that have been helped through donations from charities such as Project Mbabazi. The first stop on our list was a school called Kebale. This school was located up in the mountains and had amazing views. Not only were the views amazing, but the staff and children were all so friendly and welcoming. We visited this school to see the progress that has been made from the donations of Project Mbabazi, including new classrooms, new stationery, and new furniture. To say hello, the children of the school sang us a beautiful welcome song. And I don't know about you, but I just couldn't help to have a little boogie to this song. Following that warm welcome, we spoke to the head teacher of the school to see what progress has been made over the last year. This school has received donations through a charity group called Project Mbabazi, and Grace here will explain just how important those donations have been.
For the children, they received T-shirts from Embarrass Project as part of their school uniform, scholastic materials like crayons, balls, football, netball, and other playing materials. We appreciate it very much. They have also received plates. I remember sometime ago we received plates from Embarrass Project, and each people was able to get at least one plate. So,
as you can see, donations to charities such as Project Mbabazi can have huge impacts for all the children that go to these small rural schools like Kebale here. The next stop was meeting a group of people dedicated to helping their village thrive. Their mission? To ensure that no one goes hungry and that the land continues to flourish for generations to come. This group is called the Seed Group. And through help given by Project Mbabazi, they have been able to transform this dream into a reality. Project Mbabazi donates seeds of various crops like maize and bean seeds, which enables the villagers to grow their own food sustainably and improve their livelihoods. Although donating these seeds is a good start, the local people of Kanjobi are still facing problems, as Laban from the Seed Group will explain.
The main problem they are now facing It is a lack of water. We've been hit by a drought. So for us, we depend on God's mercy. When the rains don't come, the gardens dry up. So we don't have the capacity to start irrigation because it requires a lot of money. So that is the biggest challenge for us we do face. Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
One unavoidable issue with the seed project, as Laban has just described, is that the lack of rainfall can significantly affect the amount of crop produced. And when half the village rely on crops from this initiative to survive, this can become a big problem. Although rainfall isn't frequent, it does rain, but sometimes too much. When a large amount of rainfall occurs in a small space of time, it creates a phenomenon known as surface runoff. This occurs when a specific area receives a large amount of rainfall over a short period of time, which leads to the upper layer of the soil being washed away, and along with it, the nutrients that help the plant grow. With weather being such a large factor in crop yield, much of the village's yearly food supply is left up to chance. Although the seed group have some traditional methods to combat other limiting factors, such as using traditional pesticides which are cost-effective and improve crop success.
If they are not, if it's not done, the insecticides and whatever will destroy them. Insects will destroy them.
But the ash that they've spread on the leaves prevents that.
Yes.
That's really clever.
It has some chemicals that do destroy those parasites. Yes.
Very clever.
Some crops, such as this maize plant here, can be particularly susceptible to pests, such as parasites, which can stunt the growth, reduce the yield, and sometimes even kill the plant. Where the local people don't quite have the funding to afford chemical pesticides, they use traditional methods, such as using burnt charcoal ash, spreading it over the leaves, which can stop the pests, such as the parasites, from leaching onto the plant and reducing the yield, therefore making the plant more successful in the long run. Not only is it cost-effective using this traditional method, it also avoids the use of harsh chemicals, which can damage other plants nearby and infiltrate into local water systems, which is very unhealthy for the locals to drink. The next school we visited was called Chigata Modern, and they came out to visit us before we got to the entrance and sung all the way as we walked towards their school.
Very glad to be with you here. Very happy, very glad, very happy to be with you in our school.
Following this amazing welcome, they put on one of the best performances I have ever seen. Following this amazing experience at Chigata Modern, our next stop was to visit the Animal Project. This is a community-driven project which aims to provide accessibility to livestock for all members of the village. The idea is that a new person will take an adult goat and keep it for 1 year. In that time, they will breed their goat with a male one from the village, with the hope that this goat will produce offspring and increase the village's livestock. What's the benefit for the person feeding and breeding the goat? Well, firstly, they get to milk the goat for a year, and secondly, they get to keep any offspring the goat produces and are encouraged to continue breeding so stocks increase. The same also goes for pigs. And cows. But goats are the most abundant animal in this village. Following this, I visited our next school, Chigata High School. Upon arrival, we were greeted by all the staff members of the school, and as a gift, they gave me 3 chickens, which was very kind of them, but unfortunately, I couldn't take them back on the plane with me to England. After speaking to some of the staff members and a quick tour of the school, they very kindly fed us and then announced that their children had prepared a performance for us. And believe me when I say this was something special. I hope you enjoyed that just as much as I did, because I thought that was just absolutely amazing. The next school was called Kamaronko Primary School, and this was also located up in the mountains like Kebale. After showing us the progress of some of the buildings that have been built as a result of donations, the children had another performance for us. A very talented mix of singing and dancing. And now, some amazing singing.
We welcome all of you to be with us here today. We wish you a good stay for all the time you are with us young. We welcome everybody.
It's crazy to think just how much talent is out there, but you didn't know existed because no one has filmed it before. Luckily, you're all able to experience this for the first time, like myself. The final school I visited was in the village I was staying in, called Kanjobi Primary School. This was one of my favourite, and they came out to meet us on the road and march us to the school, before singing us an amazing welcome and goodbye song.
Let's smile on the faces of today. You are welcome, our dear visitors. The flying of the birds in the area, the flying of the wind in the trees, the smiling of the faces of today. You are welcome, our dear visitors. You are welcome. Settle down and feel at home. You are welcome. Settle down and feel at home. The flying of the birds. Farewell, our dear visitors. Farewell, our dear visitors. Farewell, our dear visitors. It's a very sad moment to say that farewell.
As the children of Kanjobi Primary School say farewell, so will I. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed experiencing rural Uganda from a point of view you wouldn't usually get. Stay young and stay wild. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.